Hi, everyone. Hi, Diane. Riri's here. Yes, it's Sunday, and this is when I come on with my sales report from the past week. I do this every week, no matter if I'm selling or not selling. Uh, yeah, I want to talk about, hi, Bumblebee. I want to talk about slow sales that everybody seems to be talking about. But I went back through the last few years, and it seems that we always talk about slow sales. We expect fourth quarter to be so good, maybe like it was 10 years ago, and it just hasn't been like that lately. I don't know. Uh, so there's a lot of videos out there about this same exact thing. But yes, there are some things I can change for sure for mine. Uh, we'll talk about that after I show you what I did sell. And just an added note, I have sold 3 things today that will not be on this list of things I'm going to show you because it'll be on next week's. And I sold something really good on Poshmark. You'll have to wait till next week, though, to see it. Yeah. I definitely think it's definitely a lot is my fault about how slow my sales are going. Yeah, so I have several things that I can do to change that, I know. It's the holidays, though. You know, I definitely have taken a break. That's one of the problems. Fly Moose here. Hi. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll come back and talk about the things you can do for slow sales on eBay, especially. I'm sure it works on Poshmark also. So let me share my screen. Oh, wrong screen. Let me try that again. And just try that again. I just picked the wrong screen. It's so small. That is the problem. If I do it again, it's because I can barely see this screen. There it is. This is just to show my sad little graft here. Yeah, you can see in the last 7 days, I only did a little over $100. So this is just eBay. So let me go through the sales on eBay, which I have 7 sales on eBay and 3 on Poshmark. So yeah, not so great. Okay, the first thing I sold, I've had these for quite a while. These are called Charming Charlies. They're cut out flats. They're cut out on the sides there, and they have a full heel. And I think a little buckle on the back of the heel. And those sold for $15.19. And these went to someplace in Georgia. And yeah. The next thing is this. I thought this would sell faster than it did, because a lot of them I've seen a lot of them sell on eBay before, but mine just sort of sat around. It was a good size too. It was a adult unisex sweatshirt. Even though it's floral, it's very Hawaiian looking. And I think this is made in Hawaii, actually. It's a size extra large. Uh, and let me get my things in order here. Just a minute. I have them out of order. Okay, the crazy shirt. It sold for a best offer of $16 that I took, and it went to Prescott, Arizona. This next is by Loft. It's a knit top, almost like a burnout top. It was very thin fabric, like burnout is. It's in a small size with black and brown striping, like an animal print. And this sold for, or I better get my, I don't have my magnifying glass out. That's going to be a problem here. I may not be able to read where they come from. Looks like some, oh, Washington, D.C. How about that? Yeah, it sold for $16, went to Washington, D.C. The next is this little top, this tiny little tank top. This was all crocheted on the top and then had the little, there's a crop top, had this little sort of crepey bottom, full bottom on it. This sold for $11.19. Yeah, and it went to someplace in Minnesota. Well, it's cold in Minnesota. I'm sure they're going to save that for summer. Next thing, I sold a book, another book. This was mine. I'd gotten this because I actually thought about doing this in our backyard a long time ago. It's called A Beautiful No-Mow Yard. And what you do is instead of planting grass, you plant low growing, any kind of like, not so much pasture stuff, but like low growing little flowers and things so that you have a really beautiful looking lawn, but you never have to mow it. It's just automatically low growing. It would have been great for the chickens also. So I did think about that, but it was just too much work for me to do. And to get it done for me would have cost too much. So never did it, but I enjoyed the book. It has beautiful pictures in it. And I hope somebody tries to do this sometime. It sold for $14.99. And it went to someplace in California. Next is this BKE sweater vest. Had a zipper front on it and these big covered buttons. These are yarn covered buttons. This sold for $18 best offer that I took. And this went to someplace in Utah. Next thing, this is the last eBay item I sold. This is Guess Jeans Women's Foxy Flare. Size 29, had bling on the back pockets. And this was an international sale. So I'm not sure where this went because international sales from here just get shipped to someplace in Illinois and then it goes on from there. So I just have to pay shipping, or they just pay shipping, the first shipping, just to get it to Illinois. And then they're told how much the international shipping will be, which I don't know until later if I remember to look it up. So let's go to Poshmark, the 3 Poshmark sales that I made. This is by Market and Spruce. It's a knit stretchy top, medium black and white stripe, uh, short sleeve. It was a Stitch, that's a Stitch Fix brand. It sold for $18 and I netted $14.40. That $18 was an offer that I took on Poshmark. This pair of Abercrombie and Fitch red jeans. In time, they ordered them not in time to get them for Christmas. I think these were just delivered maybe a day ago or so. But these were in a 4 regular little jeans in a low rise. These sold for $14 and I netted $11.05. Went to Ithaca, New York. And the last item was the best of them, is this cabbie tunic sweater. It's a size small in this black and white melange. It's a short sleeve, scoop neck, really nice looking sweater. And this sold for $30. There was a shipping discount of $202, so I made $21.98 on that. So let's see. This is the performance on this is just eBay, okay? Total sales, $150.64. Selling costs were $71.57, and I netted $72.89 all week. Average sales price was $21.52. Now I'll come back here and tell you about Poshmark. Okay, on Poshmark, I grossed $62. I netted $47.43, and average selling price on Poshmark was $20.66. So not that different, about $1 different. Okay, now the total net that I made on both platforms was $120.32, but then I have to take off my cost of goods of $24.50 for those 10 items. So I actually made, this is what went into my bank account, $95.82 all week. So yes, for sure, a definitely slow time on reselling for me. Now, my reasons, number one, I haven't been sourcing. I did that one sourcing where I picked up some non-clothing items, which I'm going to do if I ever get back to the store. My number one excuse for that is I just don't have the energy most days to do it. I have got to start things early in the morning because I run out of steam like about 2 in the afternoon, and it's getting earlier and earlier. That's the problem. So not sourcing, but I did have those things. I just haven't been putting things on. I've been doing the ending things and doing the selling similar, but I haven't put any new items on. So that is why why my sales are so slow. Now they may be slow anyway, but I think they would have been better if I would have listed. But this was the week of Christmas. I had a lot of other things to do, just like everybody. And so I sort of almost took this week off, except for the selling similar thing. I didn't have anything to redo onto Poshmark because none of these things were new. They were already on Poshmark. So Poshmark sort of got left, behind also. So yeah, it makes a big difference when you don't list. It takes listing every single day to keep your sales up, listing new items. So uh, I'm also not wanting to add a lot of new items to my inventory. I'm trying to cut down my inventory. So I don't have, you know, I just don't have the want to go out there and bring a whole bunch of stuff home and add to my inventory. My inventory is pretty stale at this point. I really have to go in and change titles, even maybe change photographs. Uh, yeah, because a lot of my things, there's things in my inventory that's been on for 3, 4 years, I'm sure. It doesn't keep track way back then. It used to. Um, Once you start doing the ending and selling similar, it just brings up when you ended it and the new, because it gives it a whole new number. So that's when it tells you it went on. So I really have no idea what most of these things initially went on, how long ago it initially went on. Uh yeah. eBay seller fees are high. Yes. Bumblebee says, why are the eBay seller fees so high if you've already paid your store subscription fee? It has nothing to do with your store subscription, unfortunately. Um, it's a separate thing. Your store fee gives you other advantages, while you have a store, but you still have to pay when you sell something. It still is the same fees for selling. Bumblebee says you can copy listing and delete the one on Poshmark and then put it back on again. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that. Hi, Debbie. Shelly Shags here. Hi. Hmm. Jane Marsh. Hi. Happy New Year to you too. Fees are reduced. They are reduced somewhat. So just think, Bumblebee, they're even higher for if you don't have a store. But except for really new sellers, I think most people have a store. They keep raising, like everything. eBay keeps raising prices, probably their seller fees by little amounts that you just don't supposedly don't notice. It's still below 20%, which is Poshmark is 20%. But see, eBay, you think it's like 13%. But then if you want to promote sales, that's another amount, you know. Uh, if you don't promote your sales at all, it doesn't get shown, if you promote your sales at a decent percentage, which is added on to the percentage you're already paying, it puts you in that line when people asks about something and then shows a line of clothing and says something like you may like these too or something like that. And your item will be someplace on that first page. Yeah. So they have all these little tricks and. Yes, I sent the card and it's on my table. You're the only, Shelley, you're the only Christmas card I received. Now, after Christmas, I always get one that's hand done from my neighbor that used to live across the street. She's an artist. Um, and she, yeah, and she sends her hand drawn cards. Uh, I think I got one last year, so I hope she's still doing them. She used to have lots of dogs and cats, and she'd draw a picture of each one of them, and then she'd put ones that have passed on. She'd draw little pictures of them. It was a whole thing, and I've kept. That's one of the cards that I've kept all these years. I've kept all her cards because they're hand done. Just like I've kept all my sisters, because my sister, she doesn't do it. I don't think she didn't do it this year, but she's always made cards for the past probably 10 years. She's made cards. I have a whole box upstairs of my sister's handmade cards. Uh yeah, I stopped sending cards a long time ago too. $71 seems like it needs to be checked out for my, yeah, maybe I'll look into that. Uh, they may count as far as the selling fee. They may count the tax, but then you get that back. I'm not sure when they show on that page. That may not be exactly accurate. Yeah. Yeah, handmade anything is greatly appreciated by people now, for sure. Uh, yeah. So what I have to do, I'm sort of waiting. Here's what happened in the room where I do my photographs now. I had to move my dog crate out of my family room because we put the tree up exactly where the dog crate is, and my dog is missing it. She went looking for it today. She wanted to lay down because for some reason, the house at the corner that owns the golf course, every once in a while, they will shoot off a very loud gun. I don't know what in the earth. They're shotguns, I'm sure. They shoot them off, and I think it's to prevent the geese from overwintering in the lake there. They don't want the geese to overwinter here. I'm sure it makes all kinds of a mess, and yeah. So I think that's why he's doing it at this point. And because every once in a while you'll hear this gunfire, like shotguns, and then you'll hear a bunch of geese leaving. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But every time he shoots off those loud guns, and I'm quite a bit away from the house where he's doing it. I mean, I can see the lake, right? The lake is right where I could see it. So every time the guns go off, my dog, gets upset, comes and sits by me. And then she was looking for her bed, her other bed, which is in her crate. So I want to get it back in there. So I really don't want to take my Christmas tree down till after New Year's. I'm still enjoying it. I'm enjoying my Christmas tree and my mantle all lit up uh, in the evening, especially with all those pretty lights and everything. I was looking around if there was any place else I could set the crate, but it's pretty crowded in there with all the Christmassy stuff. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of things when we cleared the family room out for Christmas Eve that I brought into the room where I do my photographing and set it all over the table and things. So once I get that back to normal, I'll be able to do a lot more photographing. The photo box is full of stuff too, is the problem. And I'm I'm going to lower that table and put my chair there, not this chair, the old chair, and sort of set up the tripod. So it's a regular sized table I can be sitting at and have the tripod all set up so that it's not such a job every time I try to do a YouTube video. Every time I do a YouTube video, I have to hunt for where I'm going to do it from. I have to set up my camera. Uh, if it was all set up and all I had to do is click the camera on the tripod, it would make it one step closer to me doing more videos. Uh, oh, Jimmy Carter died. That is sad. At 100 years old. Yeah, I bet he was hanging on till he was 100. He'll be happy to join his wife. Yeah. He wanted to make it to vote. Wow. Yeah, that is sad, but 100 years. What a great life he had. Yeah, so I want to some videos that I looked at in my YouTube videos. I want to redo. There's a couple videos I want to redo because the ones I had a how to measure clothing for YouTube or for reselling, and that's a really old video, and it did really well when I put it out, and it's still getting, you know, visits. So I think would like to redo that video, put a newer one on also. And then there's a shipping video. I keep wanting to do shipping videos. The trouble is, I ship as soon as I sell something, I make a label, put it in the box, I put it in the package and put it in the bin. A lot of people will save everything they do the day before and make a shipping video in the morning. Yeah, I could do that since I have 2-day shipping now. I could probably do that. I wouldn't be so nervous about getting things out on the porch, waiting for the postal lady right away. I do have a little bit of time, one more day. So I would like to do some shipping videos. And I would like to, I don't know, let me ask you all this. Anybody here, at the start of the year, do you do goals? Do you write down your goals for the next year? I have never done that. I might have tried, like what my goals were for eBay long time ago. I may have tried once or twice, but yeah, I've never done that. Does anybody do that? I know a lot of people do it, but yeah. Jane Marsh, yes. Okay. And Jane says, I think my store is headed for smaller items for the shipping. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Even when I'm going to go into hard goods, believe me, it's going to be small things. It's not going to be anything big. It's going to be a big problem shipping. Yeah. Can you film when you ship and then edit them together to post? Yes, I probably could do that. It would be a recorded video anyway. I wouldn't do live shipping. I'll figure it out because I do want to do some shipping videos. I just have to store them. I'd have to make videos and just keep them, stored till I get enough together. Debbie says, my husband bought me a scale for shipping for Christmas, so I'm going to start it. Probably will look at for antiques smalls to sell. Oh, good, Debbie. Yeah. Yeah. If I ever get to the store in a, you know, I need to go, I need to shop at least once a week. I don't know. Maybe I should have Samantha come maybe one more time during the week. She comes once a week. Maybe she'd go for coming twice a week. I don't know. I have to ask her. She'd make more money. I have to discuss that with her. As I get older, I feel better having people with me, even if she doesn't necessarily have to help me, buy anything. She's not a reseller, but just having her with me in the store, which she does help me with, like in the grocery store. She helps. I never have to bag anything anymore. I don't have to put things in the cart when there is a bagger at the regular stores. She does all that. She puts things up on the belt for me. It makes shopping so much easier for me. I don't know what it is. First of all, my hands don't work very good. They don't work fast. I'm fumbling around for my money to get my money out of my purse because I pay by cash. And yeah, I could actually just switch to a debit card, but I don't like to carry a debit card with me. Does anybody have that same problem? You know, if you lose a debit card, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't like to carry my debit card out of the house. That's probably why I don't do that. I get, I like to pay by cash. I do the cash envelopes and that whole thing. Shelley says, I borrowed your process with the cello bags and I pre-label all the items with thank you stickers. Ah, yes. I still slap a thank you thing, my thank you heart at the end when I'm shipping. But that's just a quickie. It doesn't work, but I do make lists for things I want to get done. Oh, I have all kinds of lists all over the house. Yeah. But yeah, the goal thing. I've just never done the goal things I want to accomplish like in 2025. I probably tried it once and I didn't achieve probably hardly anything. And it made, it's depressing then. So I probably quit doing it. Uh, Shipping is getting high, yes. You mailed a small toy to St. Louis to Ohio and it was $11 at the cheapest. Oh dear. Yeah, that keeps going up all the time. The bank will cover your losses. Even for but they can get all your information from a debit card. I know my bank would, on the cards I have that are Chase cards, I do use credit cards, but I pay them off every single month because I'm zero balance all the time. But if anything, if they think anything is, doesn't sound right, I get a notice from my bank and I have to tell them it's okay. Yeah, I have the fraud alert thing on them. And my cards, I have a thing in my purse. I forget what it's called. It's 3 letters, R something something. And it keeps your cards, all my cards are in this hard case thing. And it keeps, because people can come up next to you and somehow on their phone they can read your credit card number if they're not in these things. So mine has been in this case. All my credit cards are in this case in my purse uh, for the last, I don't know, since it first came out and we started hearing about it. I got one right away. It's easy to shut down cards nowadays, but if you drop cash, it's gone forever. That's true. Talk to your bank rep. They will explain new fraud alerts to you. Okay, yeah, I'm about due for a meeting with my bank guy. RID. Okay, it's RID cases. I knew it started with R. Hey, that's pretty good for me. Oh wait, you're talking about RFID. RFID. Is that what the case is called? The hard case? It doesn't say anything on it, but I bought it as that. I hope that's what it is. Credit card process is a different manner than checking. It's very rare that someone can scan a card these days now with the chips. You worked at PayPal. For 7 years, we learned about all the credit card fraud. Shelley, did I know that? You probably told me that before. That just went by the wayside. I forgot. If you told me, I forgot you worked for PayPal. 7 years ago, though. Oh, for 7 years. You learned all it. New credit card fraud is coming out every single day. Jane worked for Citibank for over 20 years. So you'd know about that too. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose doing cash isn't the smartest thing, but I don't carry that much cash with me that I'm going to, that it would, put me under if I drop cash. But yeah, you don't want to lose any cash. You think maybe we chatted about it for the PayPal? Probably. Yeah, I sort of remember. Everything's sort of fuzzy up here. 15 in the chat. Well, welcome everybody. Yeah, I do have to call my bank guy because there's a couple different things I want to talk to him about. Yeah. When Samantha comes, this is her off week where we go out and do things. So I have to either go grocery shopping or I'm not frozen here. Things are moving. 17 in the chat now. Banks have taken a lot of security measures to stop fraud. Now, mostly it happens when you use your card number online to purchase. Okay, it's okay now. You are never liable for fraud. Bank covers you. Well, that's good to know. Mm. 20. Well, welcome, everybody. Uh, Ah, well, I put a thumbnail different than the ones I usually put on because of this vidIQ I'm doing these classes in, and it didn't like my little emoji thing, my Bitmoji. So that's why you'll see different thumbnails. Cha-ching King, $10. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is so nice of you. Cha-ching King. Yes, Cha-ching King is one of the ones I watch when I want to get some questions answered. He's very good at going. I can go back and he has videos about everything. Yes. So everybody, if you don't already, go watch Cha-ching King because he has some great videos out there on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. Ah, yeah, this morning, I always turn on YouTube and there's so many videos that I want to watch. I mean, I could sit there all day and watch videos. Uh, right now, I'm watching about. I watch the reselling videos, of course. I watch the shopping videos, both grocery and reselling. And I watch. Now I'm watching the budget, getting your budget books ready for 2025. So I have to fill mine out yet. My daughter, did I tell you I got her a budget book? She is liking it. She already has filled hers out for January to start January 1st. I'm so glad because yeah, see, Debbie watched him too. Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, she started her in her budget book already because I got her one that has stickers and everything. You can be very, artsy about it, and that's probably why she's getting enthused about it. So yeah, so it will definitely help her because she has a job now where she's actually making salary, an hourly rate once a week. It's in a factory, so she has all the benefits. Yeah. Does anyone sell personalized items on eBay? Long time ago, what do you mean personalized? You mean like, yeah, do you mean merch that you make? Or do you mean things like shampoo and that kind of personal stuff? 23. I like the ladybugs there, Bumblebee. Believe it or not, I have a ladybug up in my bathroom upstairs. I guess it's spending the winter with me in the house. Oh, like adding a name to the shirt. Yeah, you can sell yes, you can sell those because a lot of people make those on Canva. You can make all kinds of things on Canva and do it. I've made shirts and things on Canva, and um, I think the only ones back then, they were mostly things about dogs. I remember. And I think the only ones that bought them, I bought one of my own shirts one time. They're not made until somebody buys. So you don't have to pay for it ahead of time. You just design it. That's Canva. I don't know what you're talking about. One of the things you can do in item specifics is indicate whether or not the item can be personalized. I've never checked it to see what pops up. Yeah, I always say no to that if I fill it out at all. So yeah, I don't know that either. Cha-ching. Oh, thank you, Fly Moves. I always forget this here. Mm. Ah, 25. Ah, your name is Scott. Okay, Scott. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's about my new thumbnail, why people are. Well, we've had this many before. We've had up in the 30s live here before. I see that if you use like print on demand, it would be with Canva. Yes, but yes, you make shirts I'll have to wear. Shelly sent me a shirt and I will have to wear it someday here. And it's purple. Uh, yeah. Yes. I hope you don't think I'm wearing the same thing every time I'm on here, but this is the only red thing I have. I'm wearing it because of Christmas. I used to have a red turtleneck, and I don't know what happened to it. Unfortunately, I think I may have, sent it off to Goodwill to redo when I cleaned out my closet, and I decluttered. I don't know why I would have decluttered that red shirt, even though I probably only wear it, around Christmas time. Mm. Uh, so when I discovered that, I was looking the last couple times I was in Goodwill, I was looking for another red turtleneck, but of course everybody else was too, so I didn't find one. This I've had forever. This is actually from Woolrich. This is a Woolrich uh, little fleece vest. And things I wear, they have to have pockets, and I love these zipper pockets. So when I put something in there, it doesn't just fall out. So I have to keep my phone with me all the time, so I know where it is. And I like zippered pockets. I'm getting popular. Ah. Well, I wouldn't say that. If you look at my views on the views on my YouTube, everybody has up in the thousands, and I have like 200 or 147. The ones I've gotten the most views on have been shorts, of course, because they do get more views. And it was the one with my dog. My biggest one was the one with my dog, Penny, and she was standing out in the yard pointing with her stuffy in her mouth. She was on a perfect point, as an English pointer does, but she wouldn't drop her stuffy out of her mouth. That got, I don't know, over what, like 1.7 thousand views. And there was another one with the dog. So the dog is winning. The dog is beating me in views for sure on YouTube. Mm, Boat right. Ah, it did catch your attention. Well, that's very good to know. Thank you. Yes, I'm continuing to do what vidIQ is suggesting because, you know, they know. And I enjoy the classes, the little vidIQ classes. I think I will probably buy, even though it's expensive. I think my 30-day trial has run out, or whatever it was. It was more than 7 days. I think it was a 30-day trial, but I started it back a while. So it's probably run out, and I'm probably already paying, unless I have to go on there. Oh, yes, a day in the life of Penny. Yeah, Penny's very popular. I had to, she still hasn't eaten. I put her food down like at breakfast time. She's not she's not that interested in food. First dog I ever had that hasn't been a foodie. So I'll get there. Uh, so I put her food down, but it has some of the farmer's dog food in there, which is like real food. And my cat'll eat it. I can't let the cat get to it because my cat, you probably all know, is diabetic, gets insulin, and can't be eating all that stuff. She eats what I give her, and that's all she's supposed to eat. So when I came in here, I had to pick up the food and hide it in the microwave so the cat can't get to it. Because, oh, no, Penny's out there. She will guard her food. And if the cat comes by it, she will chase the cat. But if Penny's asleep, sound asleep, the cat will sneak up to the dish, and I can't have that. So I'll put it back down when I go out there. Yeah, so maybe I'll put some goals on my first page of my budget book starting for January, since I'm doing that right now. Starting my budget for 2025. And yeah, I had another note here someplace. Oh, I had a note here to answer the question, how to fix my slow sales. Well, I think I answered them. I have to list new things, start listing new things every day. I do have new things to list. I just have to do the photographs first. And I have to go shopping more. And redo some listings. I mean, completely redo them. So that's my things that I want to do in the next couple weeks, and see if my sales pick up, because people are saying it's from the recession. A lot of people think that we're in. I don't think anything's going to get much better, even though the president's going to change. I think it's, you know, I don't think grocery prices are going to get any lower, personally. We'll see. I don't think so. Uh, you sent me some pictures from Christmas Day. Okay, good. Uh, no, I bought my budget book. I watch a lot of budget uh, videos on that have their Etsy shops, and you could send for certain pages, like when I want to keep, like a tracker. I need a tracker for a couple things that I want to save money for. And definitely the budget book that I got my daughter is really nice, and it does have those tracker pages where you color in, like if you save, put away $20 toward this, and you color in this thing, and you put that away in an envelope. It just makes it more fun. Evidently it works because a lot of people are doing that. Here, I'm getting behind on the thingy. Cha-ching says, or Scott, I'm sorry, when our sales are down, you list more, clean out old inventory, and run a sale. Yeah, I definitely need to keep running sales. I run sales all the time. Jane has to go, need to go. See y'all next time. Okay, Happy New Year to you too. Cindy's here, Cindy Conway. Your sales have been slow since August. At this rate, it will take several years to sell our listed. That's for sure. Yeah, I still have between 23 and 2,400 items. Yes. Everybody go see Cha-Ching King for sure. He has an excellent YouTube channel for resellers. Is anybody getting ads in between while watching me? You should be. I have it turned on. Hopefully they're the type of ads that you can click off of. Yeah, ads. I do have ads on. Yeah, you have to do that if you're monetized, or I don't hope to make any money. I told you I made my second $111. I got a check from YouTube. Second time ever. So in all these years since I've been doing YouTube, well, I've only been doing YouTube seriously for the past year. I've made $200 and some so far. Yay, me. Uh, uh, yeah, Scott, you're pretty. Your videos are pretty good, and pretty organized, I must say. Mhm. Debbie's a little bit better, just a little weak. Yeah, Bumblebee's doing a little bit better too. Debbie was sick in the stomach. I'm glad. That's the worst. That's the worst. Uh, uh, Scott, you have less than 400 items listed right now. Oh, I wish I had. I'd love to have like 500 items. I just got way too many. We focus more on average sale price than quantity. Okay, I had a 5-second ad a few minutes ago. Okay. YouTube is one of the most humbling things you can ever do. That's true. It
Don't
is.
forget to take out your trash cans.
That's what the dinger was for. Before it gets dark, I have to go take out my trash can. I have to take it all the way down to the road, and it is full. It is very heavy. So I have to wheel this huge thing down to the road, and hopefully it's not raining out right now. You started your eBay store in January, Shelley says, with Miss Shirley's help. You're a top-rated seller. Yes, Shelley, you're doing great. You're at 393 items. And you just sold some shoes. Good for you, Shelley. I'm glad that you're doing good. That is really good that you're, yeah, because you've only been on a short time. Cindy has 635 listed, but you don't have a store yet. Okay. Debbie says, Shirley, how can I get to your eBay store easily? I can get so far is through your link under your description. That's the only way I can tell you to get to it is the link. Rockford Trading Company. Google that, Rockford Trading Company, and see what comes up. The phone reminding me. Believe me, I have what's her name there. You know who I mean. Sending me messages all day long about things. I have no memory left, Scott. It's just gone by the wayside. Yeah, that's one of the bad things about getting old. Stein Johnson's here. I haven't seen you in a while. I wondered where you were. No, I haven't shown my budget book. I could do that. But there's so many good budget videos out there that show the video from top down, and they're so easy to watch. I don't even know how to do that with my phone without it, falling out of the holder. eBay search bar. On the links, you can click on follow, then we would be in her favorites. Gotta be careful, Shirley, when you're doing that trash. Yes, I do have to go and do that. I don't want to be doing it in the dark. And it is 5 o'clock. It's nighttime in Norway, so normally see you the day after. So you're here in the nighttime. Yeah, that's true. Stein is from Norway. I haven't seen our friends from Australia lately. They may watch after the fact. So thank you all for coming, for sure. And thank you again, Cha-Ching King, for your subscription and your little gift. Thank you. I will be back on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for a chat. Haberdashery. Oh, I didn't see haberdasheries here. Hi. I didn't see you up there. You put together some ideas for a penny shirt for me. God bless me. Thank you. Uh, I'm trying to I just started lessons on Revelations in the Bible with the pastor I like from Virginia. Yes, it's gonna be I'm gonna have to listen to him several times, each chapter. It's very hard to understand, of course. Do a year in review. I thought about that today. I thought about when I get my numbers ready for, to get them ready for tax stuff. God, I hate to think about that. That I can then tell you my numbers at least, or 10 best sales. That's a good idea. Maybe 10 best sales. You're thinking about doing a Hebrews review, yes. Thank you, Fly. All right. Well, come back and visit me Thursday evening, my time, Eastern Standard Time, at 7. I'll be here. And that's just a chat video. And I will try my best to get a recorded video up sometime during the week. Oh, yes. Please like, subscribe, and share. You people take care of me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.